Hi students, welcome back. This is part 2 of our videos where we created our first project. I have our walls here set up. Now I need to go ahead and start placing in things like a door and furniture. So in order to place a door, I could see my architecture tab and then I see door as an option. I click on door one time and right now it already has a generic door loaded for me, but I could go ahead and see all the different doors available by clicking load family. And as this window pops up, I could choose the doors option. I double click, and here are some doors that are unorganized. And if I click one time on it, I see a nice little preview. And then I could just use the keyboard and kind of scroll through and see some different doors. Now these were just all unorganized doors. None of them kind of look like our classroom doors. Also residential, which would be like homes. There's hardware, which is more like the parts that are going to go on a door. Generally, we don't have to worry about that. And there's also commercial. So commercial, that's more of a school. Okay, so when we look through here, we see like the cool circular doors, which are fun, which, I mean, who doesn't like to run around the circular door for a while? Then we could go ahead and scroll through and actually find a classroom door. Can you imagine if we had those circular doors in Medina Middle School? That would be nuts. Okay, so here we go. This one looks pretty similar. We're not going to find one that's totally perfect with a solid window all the way down, but this two-part works pretty nice. So I could hit open. I don't need to change anything in here. I'm just going to leave it as the default width and height. So I could just hit OK. And now when I have my door, you see like the no sign. It's because I'm not on a wall. You only can put a door where the wall is. And in this classroom, there's only one door. So I could go ahead and try to get it lined up. I click it once into place. And now I either could hit escape on the keyboard a couple times, or I could right click on the mouse, hit cancel. I could right click on the mouse a second time, hit cancel. I want to do that a couple times just to make sure now I'm not going to place any doors randomly. So right now you're like, oh great, I have the door, but it's going the wrong way. It should be swinging out, and this one's swinging in towards the classroom. Well, if I click on the door, you'll see that it has these double arrows, these sets of double arrows. And if I hit the horizontal ones, it'll go ahead and switch. So now it's swinging out. If I wanted to, I could hit the vertical ones, and it switches the way the door opens. So this is the correct orientation for this classroom. So I'm going to leave it where it's opening outside towards the hallway. So now that you have a door, you could go ahead and start putting in other furniture. So I could go back to my architecture tab, and instead of selecting door, I'm going to select component. Once I choose that, I could go back to that load family. And as I click load family, I have a whole bunch of files and folders, excuse me, and there's more folders within those folders which actually have files. So what's really helpful here is when you use your STEM folder, because I have it printed out, all these different things. So if you're looking for a desk, you could go ahead and find that desk is under the big folder of furniture. So when I double click furniture, I believe desks are going to be found within our tables. So when I double click tables, here's desk. You go ahead and choose that, hit open. And if it gives you something about the family already exists, you could overwrite and it should be fine. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it should be fine. So now I got the desk, and right now it's giving me a reference point of where to place it. And I know the teacher desk in this classroom is somewhere over here. And right now you see like, oh, well, the desk is not facing that way. I could always rotate it later. So I'm just going to kind of place it in the rough spot. And then again, I'm going to hit escape a couple times. Now I got that desk there. I might want to go ahead and load other pieces of furniture like a cabinet. So I could hit component, load family. And when I look for cabinets, I saw in my STEM folder, it's under casework. It's under base cabinets. And again, I'm just going to click one and kind of scroll through until I find one that kind of matches the classroom. And this one that matches the closest, where it has the double doors and it has two drawers. We know in our classrooms, they generally have the one drawer, but this is close enough. So I can open that. And I know that in this classroom, it's set up that in an L, there's all of these cabinets. So I'm just going to start placing a whole bunch of them, and I'll be able to change the face of them later. All right, that's good for now. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit escape. Now I have some furniture pieces. On the next video, I'll introduce 3D views and how to rotate furniture pieces.